Randall Hogan could say he chose engineering instead of medicine for any number of lofty reasons, but the truth is actually quite simple and relatable.
I knew I didn't want to be a doctor because I didn't like the sight of blood, so I figured I'd be an engineer. And after I got out as an engineer and worked as an engineer on these projects, it was really interesting. The most interesting technical work wasn't the most profitable. And the most profitable projects we worked on were these ones where I got a chance to actually sell work to municipalities and counties. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I realized I didn't know much about business, and I didn't know much about how to deal with people in business context. So I decided to get an MBA.
While the world was deprived of a great doctor, it was given a Hall of Fame businessman. Last year, the Pentair CEO engineered a deal for the ages, a $5.3 billion merger between his Golden Valley water filtration company and Swiss giant Tyco's flow control business. It was an ambitious move that certainly represented visionary thinking.
My greatest strength as a leader has been focusing on the future and working back right to left, thinking about where we should be. May not know how to get there now, but if you know where your destination is, then you'll be open to other possibilities.
Hogan always wanted to invest deeper into water solutions, which meant letting go of other capabilities, such as the company's power tool business. The work behind this strategic realignment began years ago.
So the first thing we did was define a strategy for water, which directed where we wanted to go into water, and then we identified the target. So we made acquisitions in 2002 and 2003 that were along that path. And then we knew we wanted to get Whitecore. We found a creative way to negotiate that with Wisconsin Energy. It's been a great acquisition. They were great people to deal with. And that gave us the opportunity to then announce we were going to sell power tools. So we bought first and sold second.
Not that the adjustments were easy. Hogan spent many long hours selling the contours of this newly imagined company to stakeholders, and it was important to him to make sure communication wasn't one way.
So you got to get them to understand the why. Why are you doing things differently? And you can't do that unless you're dealing with them directly. So you got to have the right people talking to them about the why, and then you listen to them as to the why not. There's an old Confucianism, which is that don't tear down the wall until you understand why it was built in the first place. So resistance isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes resistance is something that you need to pay attention to, you need to be aware of. And so Confucius was right 4,000 years ago.
One key to Hogan's success is the joy he takes in understanding multiple vantage points and seeing the big picture. He does this in part by being involved in a wide variety of projects, both at work and in the community.
I think having multiple things to work on actually makes you more effective in a job like mine, because tunnel vision's a bad thing when you're a CEO. And so being able to go to a soccer game or go to a Minnesota Public Radio board meeting or go to a play at the Guthrie, you get different kinds of inspirations and different kinds of thoughts. And it's also very rewarding in this community, in this business community, to be part of all these other social institutions, because this is a unique place.